It is never too late to transform your life. I don't care if it's been 30, 40, 50, 60 years. It is okay. For some reason, you've been entrusted with this situation. Like, I don't know why after 25 years, your husband passed away or your wife wanted a divorce or you had to go through loss. I don't know why. What I do know is that every opportunity we get is for a purpose. And sometimes we think, well, what's going to happen with me? I'm in my 60s, I'm in my 50s, like me. I was in my 40s saying, what the heck? Until I realized, no, you get to start over. You get to know what it's like to rebuild and reinvent when you didn't even think it was possible. This journey has presented me with so many things that I've learned and experienced that I never even thought possible because I was stuck in whatever my life was. That was it. That's all I knew. That's all I accepted. That's all I expected. When I was presented with an opportunity to start all over, it was painful. It was challenging at first because I had no frame for what that means. What does it even mean? Like all of my hopes, my dreams, until I got further in the healing journey and I realized I've been given a gift. I have had, like, to me, I've had two lives. I've gotten to do things in more than one way and give myself fully to it. That's a privilege. That's a blessing. I get to now live with no regrets. I get to see what I'm actually made out of, what I can endure, what I can take. We surprise ourselves when we are presented with a blank slate because we really have to dig deep. Any person that is starting over, no matter how long you've been the way you are, you have been given a gift. The gift is more self-awareness, learning more about who you are and what you can do, learning more about your resilience, your power, your ability to dig deep and to do what you never thought possible. I feel so fortunate now to have had lived two lives essentially, because the life I live now is very different than the life I had before. It's never too late because the version of you that you are deep down inside is always wanting to be seen and experienced. And if it took 40 years for you to finally get back to that person, for you to finally experience this part of yourself, so be it. I'm not saying it's a perfect world and that everything is amazing and is pie in the sky, but what I can say is wildly different than I imagined. I expected for it to be challenging and all the time difficult, and that wasn't the truth. It was for a period of time, and then we rounded a corner, and I was just pleasantly surprised that it gets better. I always look at the end of my life and work my way back. And I'm asking myself, if I was on my deathbed and I look back at this moment right here, right now, what decision would I be most proud of? How would I have wanted myself to move and exist in a way that feels honoring to me at the end of my life? You may be starting over, but what would your future self be so proud of you for doing right now? For you waking up every day and saying, I choose to live. I choose to find something new to do with my time. I choose to open my heart to love again. I choose, like, what would your future self be most proud of you for? And then govern yourself accordingly. You are not dead. You're still alive. There's blood still in your veins. That means there's still hope and opportunity. And if that's the case, lean in. Lean into why, lean into the what, lean into the how. How are we going to do this, God? How am I going to start all over? How am I? Ask those kinds of questions. I feel like the spirit loves to answer that in real life. Um, what did you want from me in this season of my life? How do you want me to live? What do you want to come out of this situation? Like, you don't need the answer. Ask the questions and then move step by step toward the kind of future that excites you, toward the kind of future that makes you feel fulfilled, toward the kind of future that is honoring to your future self, your family, your children, God, yourself, your child, your inner child. Uh, and you will be amazed at the results. It is never too late to transform your life. Step by step, brick by brick. Just be willing and open to see how good it gets. A lot of us trap ourselves because we can't imagine what the future would be like. So we stay stuck in the past. We stay stuck in the whys. The why did this happen? We're still in grief mode. We're still in loss mode. We're still in the healing mode. So we don't get to visualize the future because we are stuck in the past. And guess what? The more we're stuck in the past, the more our presence, the present moment suffers. What is the present moment? A collection of the past. It's once this moment is over, that becomes the past. So if you live present and you live well in the present, you're going to be collecting more good things along the way. If you stay stuck in the past, you limit yourself, you limit your experiences. I always say, God didn't bring you this far to bring you this far. He didn't bring you this far to bring you this far. He didn't allow you to go through all of this for you to stay stuck. He's invested way too much in you. You have to be willing to dig deep and say, you know what? I don't know what all of the future will hold. But what I do know is I can see myself happy. I can see myself smiling again. Maybe I can see myself at an old age and I feel accomplished. I feel fulfilled. I have my loved ones around me. I feel like it's meaningful. Something. You got health. You got something. Just see it see it like down the road just enough and hold tight to that and allow the present moment to be sweet enough for you to get up and go after it every single day. Okay? I'm rooting for you. I have met people in their 70s they went back to nursing school to get their RN. I have seen people fall in love and never even thought that they would get married again after their husband died. And I'm like, we have a strength we have always undersold. Don't let it be you. The time is irrelevant. We are not limited to time. None of us are going to make it out of here alive. So you get to decide what you do with the breath in your body and in this physical moment. And the more you choose well, the better you feel. Doesn't matter about the time. You're right where you're supposed to be. Everything happened exactly as it was supposed to. We lean into the what's and the how's and the wins, and we let God teach us along the way how and why everything had to happen the way that it did. So if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what makes us feel like it's too late. What have you done in your journey? And hopefully you can help someone with your comments and your thoughts. I'm Myesha. I've lived so many different lives. I call it like my best two. And I'm on the second half, and it's been a wild experience. And I'm so happy to be here reinventing and rebuilding and living life to the fullest alongside you guys. So I will see you soon.